Welcome, dear dreamer, to the land of golden sands and eternal stars. Tonight, we journey into the timeless story of Queen Cleopatra. Before we begin, take a deep breath, relax, and let the night guide you. If you enjoy these bedtime stories, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your dreams in the comments. Tell us where you are listening from and in what moment of the night you find us. Your journey matters, and your voice is part of this ancient dream. Now, close your eyes slowly and listen to the whispers of the desert winds. Let the timeless sands of Egypt embrace you with their stories. As the sun dips below the horizon, leaving hues of gold and rose in its wake, you find yourself beside the majestic Nile. Before you, the Great Pyramid stand as silent sentinels, their ancient wisdom echoing in the stillness. Behind you, the desert sands stretch endlessly, whispering secrets on the breeze. The air is filled with the scent of lotus and jasmine carried on the gentle evening air. As the first stars begin to glimmer in the darkening sky, you remember your purpose. Tonight, you are journeying into the realm of dreams, guided by the moonlight and the stars. Feel the weight of the day slip away into the flowing Nile. Let your heart rest, for Cleopatra's story is a path into peace. And there she is, Cleopatra, Queen of the Nile. Her presence as calming and serene as the moonlight that bathes the landscape in its silvery glow. Her crown, shaped like a cobra, the divine symbol of royalty, rests gently on her head, radiating a soft golden light. Her eyes, deep and expressive, hold the wisdom of ages past and the warmth of 1,000 suns. In her gaze, you see not the sharp command of a ruler, but the gentle kindness of a guiding star. Her lips, often painted the color of lotus blossoms, are parted in a subtle smile, inviting you into her world of dreams. And as the night deepens, her voice becomes the lullaby of ancient Egypt. Each word, a precious jewel strung on the thread of moonlight. Each pause is filled with the gentle rustle of palm fronds in the evening breeze, creating a soothing rhythm that mirrors the ebb and flow of the river. Above you, the canopy of night is ablaze with 1,000,000 twinkling stars, each a silent witness to the timeless tale that unfolds around you. Within the grand palace, where moonbeams dance on alabaster walls, you are enveloped in an atmosphere of tranquility. The air is alive with the soft strains of a harp, played by nimble fingers beneath flickering oil lamps. The music weaves its magic, transporting you to a realm where worries and cares are but distant echoes. The scent of lotus and jasmine mingles with the sweet notes of myrrh and frankincense, creating an intoxicating fragrance that lulls you deeper into the embrace of dreams. Soft, golden light spills from open doorways, beckoning you to enter the queen's chamber. Within, Cleopatra awaits, her regal presence radiating warmth and serenity. As you draw closer, you see that her crown, a radiant serpent, symbolizes not power, but the divine order of the cosmos. Her eyes, pools of starlight, reflect the wisdom of generations past and the unwavering love for her people. In her gentle smile, you read kindness and compassion, a promise of solace and healing. Her fingertips, adorned with henna, trace patterns on her lap. Each line a story, each curve a whispered secret. As she speaks, her voice resonates with the power of the eternal feminine, reminding you of the strength that lies in tenderness. Around you, the shadows lengthen and the night deepens, yet within the palace walls, there is no fear, only the comforting presence of the divine. Above you, the Milky Way stretches across the heavens, a river of stars flowing eternally. In the sanctuary of the Queen's chamber, even the desert winds find solace, growing still in the presence of such overwhelming peace. Here, amidst flickering lamplight and the murmur of a distant harp, time itself seems to slow. Cleopatra beckons you now to follow her deeper into the dream, to lose yourself in the timeless tales that have echoed through the ages. She holds out her hand, palm up, inviting you to lay your burdens down. Together, you will journey through the labyrinthine corridors of the palace, where each turn reveals a new wonder, a new facet of ancient Egyptian life. You will sail on moonlit barges down the Nile, the Queen's laughter echoing across the water. You will witness rituals beneath the stars, where the ancient gods seem to dance in the flickering lamplight. And always, always, the scent of lotus and jasmine will linger in the air, a reminder of the beauty and serenity that lie at the heart of every dream. Are you ready now to follow her into the dream? Let us begin the tale of Cleopatra, Queen of the Nile, before us. A grand palace aglow in moonlight, its doors opening slowly to reveal the secrets within. And so your journey begins, dear dreamer, under the watchful gaze of the eternal stars. May Cleopatra's wisdom and serenity guide you to peaceful slumbers. The night has fallen along the Nile. Everything is still. The great river flows silently under the starlight. The desert wind whispers secrets to the dunes, and the shadows of the pyramids reach out like silent sentinels guarding ancient dreams. Our story begins with Cleopatra, the last queen of the Nile. She walks slowly along the edge of the river, her white linen dress flowing around her like moonlight on water. The queen moves gracefully, her steps soft as the desert sand. Her crown glistens softly in the starlight, kissed by the gentle glow of the eternal night. For Cleopatra is not a queen of war, but a queen of dreams, a daughter of the moon, and the Nile is her lullaby. With every step, the river whispers her name, weaving its magic around her like an ancient spell. The waves caress her ankles, carrying secrets from the depths of time. Near her feet, the lotus flowers drift, their petals unfurling under the watchful gaze of the stars. These gentle blooms perfume the night with their sweet fragrance, carrying the promise of peace and dreams. Cleopatra pauses by the water's edge, kneeling before the mysteries of the Nile. She dips her fingers into the cool water, feeling its ancient power flow through her veins. The river's touch is as soothing as starlight, calming her soul and washing away the day's cares. Closing her eyes, the queen listens to the whispers of the Nile, stories older than time itself. As the river sings its timeless song, Cleopatra smiles gently, as if greeting old friends, her lips curving into a peaceful smile. Beneath the watchful gaze of the stars, the desert night is still, yet alive with secrets. The pyramids stand tall and silent, their colossal forms piercing the heavens. They watch over Cleopatra with an ageless serenity, their gaze as eternal as the rivers flow. In their ancient stones, the pharaohs of old whispered their dreams, and their spirits linger still. Cleopatra feels their presence near, kind and protective, a comforting embrace from the past. From the desert sands, the pyramids send their greetings, woven with starlight and dreams. Cleopatra smiles, basking in the warmth of their timeless embrace. In the heart of the desert, the Sphinx awakens from its slumber, drawn to the queen's peaceful aura. The moon, a silver disk in the velvet sky, casts its gentle light upon the queen and her timeless domain. As the night deepens, Cleopatra turns toward her palace, its distant lights shimmering like fireflies in the darkness. Walking slowly, her white sandals touch the marble softly, each step echoing with the whispers of eternity. At the palace gates, torches flicker, their flames dancing in the night, welcoming her home with warm embraces. Servants bow before her, yet the queen's gaze is gentle, her eyes reflecting the starlight of the eternal night. Raising her hand, Cleopatra blesses them with peace, her touch as soothing as the Nile's embrace. Inside the palace, silence becomes music, a symphony of tranquility. The halls adorned with gold and precious stones seem to whisper secrets from the past. Walking past golden pillars, each step echoes like a lullaby, a timeless melody that resonates in Cleopatra's soul. In the heart of the palace, the throne room beckons, its grandeur softened by the glow of 1,000 candles. Upon her throne, bathed in starlight, Cleopatra sits serenely, her presence as calm as the moon in the night sky. Her eyes shine brightly, reflecting the wisdom of ages past and the mysteries of the eternal night. The throne room glows like a temple of dreams, where pharaohs of old held court beneath the watchful gaze of Ra. The walls, adorned with golden carvings, tell stories of pharaonic might and the legends of the Nile, pharaohs of the past. Their spirits, lingering near, whisper blessings upon their final queen. Their voices echo softly like desert winds caressing the dunes. And Cleopatra listens with a quiet smile, feeling their timeless love envelop her like a warm embrace. For she knows she is never alone, not while the Nile flows and the stars shine above. Outside, the Nile continues its eternal song, flowing steadily beneath the watchful gaze of the stars. Its surface mirrors the celestial tapestry above, creating a path of shimmering light between earth and sky. The moon watches over all, a silent witness to the queen's peaceful vigil. In the stillness of the night, Cleopatra whispers to the vast expanse above. "Guide my people to peace," she murmurs, her voice echoing with the wisdom of the ages. And the night answers with silence and warmth, embracing her words and carrying them to the stars. A soft breeze stirs the lotus blossoms, carrying the scent of peace and tranquility. Cleopatra inhales deeply, savoring the moment, a smile gracing her lips. Her heart beats slowly, in harmony with the rhythm of the Nile, feeling the pulse of Egypt flow through her veins. In this moment of quietude, Cleopatra feels the gods near, their presence a comforting warmth in the stillness of the night. Their watchful eyes guard her, protecting her as she finds solace in the embrace of the eternal night. As the night deepens, the presence of the gods envelops Cleopatra, their essence like a lullaby weaving through the air. They sing softly of ancient wisdom and timeless tales, their voices blending with the melody of the Nile. And Cleopatra, bathed in their ethereal glow, rises majestically from her throne. With each step, her heart finds lightness, as if freed from the weight of centuries past. As the queen ascends her throne, the eternal night envelops her in its gentle embrace. Her figure, framed by starlight, becomes one with the shadows and secrets held within these hallowed halls. Each step feels lighter than the last, leading her deeper into the mysteries of the night. She moves with the grace of a queen, her presence commanding respect and reverence. Reaching her private chamber, she steps across the threshold, leaving the mysteries of the throne room behind. There, within the cozy confines of her haven, a bed of lotus silk awaits, inviting her to rest. She moves gracefully, her footsteps silent on the plush surface. Gently, she lays down, resting her crown beside her, surrendering to the embrace of the eternal night. The chamber glows with a gentle luminescence, like a temple of dreams bathed in starlight. Outside, the Nile continues its timeless song, a gentle lullaby that soothes the soul. Cleopatra's breathing slows, becoming steady like the desert winds whispering through the dunes. Her eyelids grow heavy, her dreams drifting on the currents of the night. The Nile flows endlessly outside, its waters mirroring the starlit sky above. The moon watches over all, casting its gentle glow upon the sleeping queen. Cleopatra's breaths become slower, like the rhythm of the cosmos, her body aligning with the eternal pulse of the universe. Her face, serene and peaceful, reflects the tranquility of the night. As she journeys into the realm of dreams, the gods gather near, their presence enveloping her in warmth and light. Isis, the goddess of magic, whispers softly, "Sleep now, child of the moon, and dream of eternal peace." Horus, the falcon-headed god, spreads his wings to shield her sleep, casting away any shadows that dare intrude. Ra, the sun god, shines his gentle light upon her, guiding her deeper into the solace of dreams. And in this sacred space, Cleopatra finds comfort and solace, knowing she is cradled in the embrace of the divine. The desert sands beneath the palace cradle Cleopatra's dreams, enveloping her in their timeless embrace. The pyramids hum softly in the distance, their ancient spirits sending peaceful vibrations to her slumbering soul. From the heart of the desert, the Sphinx smiles quietly, its enigmatic gaze holding ancient wisdom and timeless grace. The Nile flows endlessly, singing its eternal lullaby to soothe the sleeping queen. Its waters dance with the starlight, creating a symphony of light and sound. Cleopatra drifts deeper into her river of dreams, carried on the wings of the night. And as she journeys through the realms of slumber, she discovers gardens of eternal peace. Fields of lotus stretch as far as the eye can see, their blossoms unfurling in shades of ivory and gold. Gentle cats of Bastet curl at her feet, their purrs echoing softly like music from a distant world. These feline companions weave magic through their presence, transforming dreams into enchanted realms. Cleopatra smiles, basking in their mystical company, feeling the ancient magic of Egypt surround her. Above her, the moon crowns her once more in silver light, illuminating the path to her heart's desire. The stars sing in harmony, weaving lullabies across the velvety expanse of the night sky. Their celestial voices harmonize with the chorus of the dreaming Nile, creating a symphony of light and sound. Her every heartbeat slows into silence, fading into the embrace of eternal peace. The gods close the book of dreams, its pages filled with stories of peace, love, and the eternal night. They lay it gently upon her chest, sealing her journey into the realm of slumber. Wrapped in the warmth of their presence, Cleopatra finds solace and serenity. Safe within the embrace of the desert's timeless dreams, she sleeps on, cradled by the mysteries of Egypt. And as the night deepens, the eternal truth echoes through the ages. Cleopatra sleeps. Beneath her, the Nile flows on, a dark ribbon unfurling beneath the moon's pale light. The great river breathes, its breath rising and falling with the rhythm of the night. Across her slumbering face, soft starlight drifts like fallen snow, blanketing her in shimmering dust. The queen of the Nile dreams, her journey taking her far beyond the borders of her earthly bed. She walks a path of light through a golden garden, the air still and sweet. Around her, lotus flowers bloom in silent symphony, their petals opening like stars in the velvet night sky. No wind disturbs this place, yet the flowers turn and twist, revealing their fragrant hearts to the dreaming queen. The scent of honey and myrrh hangs heavy in the air, mingling with the perfume of 1,000 blooms. Overhead, the night is a deep, unending blue, studded with countless diamond stars. Each one a distant sun, each one a silent, watchful eye. As Cleopatra moves through the garden, the path of light seems to follow her steps, leading her deeper into the heart of the golden maze. She walks on, drawn by some unseen force, following the whispering path until it leads her to a fountain. Its waters flow like molten gold, cascading down wings outstretched in eternal prayer. The wings of Isis, goddess of magic and might. They seem to hold the moonlight in their curve, releasing it drop by drop in a silvery, shimmering stream. From the pool, a whisper rises, the sound of flowing water weaving its ancient song. It calls to Cleopatra, beckoning her closer, guiding her steps towards the waiting spray. The fountain seems to throb with life, its song a heartbeat echoing in time with her own. And as she bends to drink, she hears a voice that stirs deep within her soul. It speaks in echoes of ages past, reminding her of her lineage, of her place in the grand tapestry of time. The water tastes of moonlight and memory, cool and sweet upon her tongue. It washes over her like a blessing, carrying the whispers of forgotten prayers. For a moment, all is still. The only sound, the gentle gurgle of water. The only light, the fountain's golden gleam. Then, a voice, soft and warm as the desert sun, breaks the silence. Rest, daughter of the Nile, your burdens are lifted, your sorrows made light. Startled, Cleopatra lifts her gaze to the night sky. Stars blaze before her eyes, gathering in shapes of God. Their ancient forms taking flight, they dance across the heavens, a celestial ballet of power and grace. And in their midst, one stands apart. Ra, the sun god, sails calmly across the black expanse, his bark gliding on waves of pure, bright light. His presence is a beacon in the darkness, a promise of new dawns and endless days. His image shines upon her, bathing her in the golden glow of his unwavering light. Beside him, Horus, the sky god, stretches his wings, his keen eyes watching over all. He watches as Cleopatra dreams, his gaze both fierce and kind, a blend of power and tender care. At her side, the goddess Bastet, her form a sleek and graceful cat, walks with quiet paws. She moves with the sinuous grace of a desert feline, her presence bringing a sense of safety and warmth. Her purring fills the air, a soothing melody that lulls the queen into deeper rest. Cleopatra bends down, her fingers gently stroking the cat's back. The creature leans into her touch, its rumbling vibrating with ancient wisdom. As she strokes the cat, she feels a surge of calm, a sense of connection to the timeless rhythms of the night. And in the cat's emerald eyes, she sees reflections of fireflies dancing in the velvet darkness. Each flicker, a tiny spark of magic, each blink, a whispered secret of the night. They walk on together, the cat and the queen, venturing deeper into the heart of the dream. Before them, the desert shimmers into view, a sea of golden sand stretching as far as the eye can see. In the distance, tall and proud, the pyramids pierce the night sky, silent sentinels of a bygone age. Their golden tips seem to glow with an otherworldly light, beacons of time standing firm against the endless march of night. Each step takes her further into the embrace of the desert, its vastness enveloping her in a sense of timeless peace. As she moves forward, the sand beneath her feet whispers tales of pharaohs long gone, their voices carried on the desert wind. They tell of ancient battles and glorious reigns, of love and loss, of triumph and despair. Yet their tone is gentle, their words a soothing balm upon her troubled soul. Around her, the spirits of ancient kings gather, their presence a source of strength and solace. They watch over her, offering silent blessings and timeless wisdom. With each step, she feels their presence growing stronger, their voices weaving together in a harmonious chorus. Sleep, beloved queen, they murmur, their voices soft as falling sand. We keep your dreams safe. Startled by their sudden appearance, Cleopatra turns to find the source of the otherworldly glow. And there, before her, emerging from the mist of stars, stands the Sphinx, its ancient face calm, wise, and eternal. It seems to have stepped out of the shadows, its gaze fixed on the horizon where the desert meets the sky. As she approaches, the Sphinx turns, its eyes meeting hers. There's no fear in its gaze, only a sense of timeless serenity. She feels no terror, only a strange sense of comfort. The Sphinx lowers its gaze to regard her more closely, its expression unreadable, yet somehow reassuring. From its gaze, she feels no threat, only a deep sense of peace. And then it speaks, its voice a low rumble like distant thunder. All is well, it whispers, its words echoing with the weight of ages past. As she continues her walk, the desert fades away, replaced by a path of golden light leading to a magnificent temple. Its towering walls glow with an inner fire, its pillars adorned with carvings of gods and pharaohs. In the distance, she hears the soft chanting of priests, their voices blending with the rustling of leaves and the gurgling of fountains. The sounds weave together into a comforting melody, a lullaby sung in the heart of the night. As she draws nearer, the sounds grow louder, carrying with them the scent of incense and the promise of rest. With each step, the music swells, beckoning her deeper into the sanctuary of sound. The temple doors stand open, revealing a chamber bathed in starlight. Soft light streams through arched windows, painting patterns on the floor and walls. Within, scrolls of light float gently, their edges shimmering with golden hues. One drifts toward her, unfurling slowly to reveal words of comfort and peace. It is the Book of Dreams, its pages filled with visions of hope and tranquility. She reaches out, her hand trembling slightly, and traces the path of a single word. As she does, the scroll glows brighter, bathing her in a warm, inviting light. The words dance before her eyes, their meaning clear and concise. They speak of courage and resilience, of strength found in vulnerability and wisdom gained through adversity. Each line is a gentle reminder of her inner power, urging her to trust in the journey of life. She reads on, her voice soft, her eyes shining with newfound determination. The words resonate deep within her soul, stirring a sense of purpose and clarity. She feels the weight of her worries lifting, replaced by a growing sense of inner strength. As she turns the page, the room seems to shift, the starlight intensifying until it takes the form of a river. This river flows with liquid silver, its banks lined with trees heavy with luminous fruit. The water's surface shimmers, reflecting the constellations overhead like scattered jewels. She steps closer, drawn to its tranquil beauty. As she kneels beside the riverbank, she feels its coolness on her skin, a soothing balm that washes away the day's heat. And as she dips her hand into the flowing water, she feels a surge of energy, a revitalizing force that seems to flow through her veins. Suddenly, the river begins to glow even brighter, its light intensifying until it mirrors the brilliance of the stars above. The light envelops her, lifting her spirit and calming her troubled thoughts. She closes her eyes, surrendering to the river's embrace, and feels a profound sense of peace wash over her. The starlight river flows on, its gentle light a constant companion in the vast expanse of the night. For those who seek solace by its banks, it offers a moment of respite, a chance to pause and find harmony in the rhythm of the cosmos. Beneath the watchful gaze of the stars, Cleopatra drifts into a peaceful slumber. Cradled by the starlight river and enveloped in the timeless embrace of ancient Egypt's eternal night, Cleopatra drifts deeper into the dream, carried by starlight. Above, the desert sky shimmers with 1,000 points of light, each twinkling tale of distant suns. The world is hushed, the shadows long. It's just her and the endless night. She feels the warmth of ancient sands beneath her feet, soft as powdered gold. All around, the desert holds its breath, watching over her silent sleep. The wind brushes against her face, so calm and cool, it whispers tales of bygone days. In the distance, the pyramids shimmer faintly, guiding her path with ethereal glow. Their golden peaks shine like lanterns in the night, casting long shadows that dance and sway. As she steps forward, the desert sighs, a breath of ages whispering at her ear. Each footstep soundless on the yielding sand, she walks slowly, her gaze fixed on the shimmering lights ahead. Above, the stars form shapes of ancient symbols, stories of gods and pharaohs written in the heavens. The desert wind beckons, urging her onward to a place where time stands still. And then, from the sand, a lotus blooms, its petals unfurling to reveal a light that glows with celestial fire. The desert watches, entranced, as the flower turns to greet her with silent grace. She reaches out, drawn to its mystic charm, and as her fingers touch its silky skin, a secret stirs within the bloom. The flower whispers tales of forgotten times, of pharaohs who walked these sands and dreamed beneath the endless sky. She listens, her heart touched by echoes of the past, as the desert wind weaves its magic spell. Cleopatra smiles, feeling the wisdom of ages in the flower's embrace, knowing that even in death, life finds a way to bloom anew. As dawn breaks over the horizon, painting the sky with hues of rose and gold, the desert comes alive with the music of 1,000 birds. She continues onward, following a path of light that leads her deeper into the embrace of the eternal night. With every step, she feels lighter, carried by a peace that transcends understanding. The desert stretches out before her, a sea of stars shimmering beneath the Milky Way. And then she sees it again, the Nile, calm and endless, reflecting the moon's soft glow like liquid silver. The river beckons, promising solace and rest, and she kneels at its edge, surrendering to the magic of the night. The water hums a song older than memory, a melody that echoes the heartbeat of the earth. And as she dips her hands into its cool embrace, the river whispers tales of pharaohs long gone, carried on its eternal flow. It speaks of Cleopatra, great queen, and bids her rest. Beloved queen, your journey's end is here. A boat drifts gently across the water, its sails shimmering with starlight, offering her a ride to a realm beyond the reach of day. Cleopatra steps aboard without a hint of fear, drawn by the river's gentle call, and as the boat rocks softly on the waves, it cradles her like a lullaby, urging her to let go and drift away. The current carries her deeper into the dream, while above, Ra's sun boat shines faintly in the night. Blessing her path with ethereal light, the stars align, forming a crown above her head, and she feels the weight of eternity, calm and kind upon her soul. Once more, the gods whisper their blessings, weaving a tapestry of peace and light. Isis lays her gentle hand upon Cleopatra's shoulder, her touch a balm to soothe and heal. Osiris smiles softly from his place among the stars, a promise of eternal rest, a kingdom where shadows fall no more. Horus spreads his wings, guarding her dream with watchful eye, ensuring her passage through the night. Bastet purrs warmly at her side, her presence a comforting purr in the vast expanse of the starlit night. The boat glides forward, glowing with golden light, leaving trails of starlight as the river's song grows louder, drowning out the echoes of the waking world. The river widens, stretching out before her, an endless sea of silver in the night. Its waves sing softly, ancient melodies that echo through eternity. The moon hangs high, a silent witness to her journey, bathing the world in silvery light. As she surrenders to the river's embrace, the stars begin to twirl and turn above, creating patterns of swirling light that dance and play. They tell stories of creation, of God and heroes, of love and loss, of triumph and defeat. Each constellation a chapter in the book of the cosmos, guiding her through the darkness, reminding her that even in the darkest night, the stars shine on. Cleopatra closes her eyes, breathing deeply, feeling the rhythm of the universe coursing through her veins. The river flows on, carrying her ever onward toward the endless night. Her heart beats slower, matching the pulse of the cosmos. She feels her worries and cares drifting away. The river guides her, a silent, steady presence, leading her deeper into the heart of the dream. And as she lets go, surrendering to the river's embrace, the stars above begin to fade, replaced by a sea of darkness that envelops her in its velvety depths. The river widens, becoming a vast expanse of inky black, mirroring the endlessness of the night sky. The current pulls her forward, relentless and kind, carrying her deeper into the embrace of eternal slumber. And then, suddenly, the boat enters a sea of stars. A realm where the boundaries of the physical world dissolve, leaving only the boundless expanse of the cosmos. The constellations rise like mountains in the sky, their peaks adorned with diamonds that blaze with eternal fire. The boat floats effortlessly among them, carried on currents of starlight. As Cleopatra feels weightless and free, adrift in the grandeur of the universe, she drifts like a feather on currents of air carried by the music of the spheres. The stars twinkle above a chorus of celestial light, singing ancient songs that echo through eternity. She listens, her spirit soaring as the music fills her being with a sense of wonder and awe. And as she drifts deeper into the cosmic sea, the gods gather around her, their faces radiant with gentle smiles. They welcome her, their voices blending with the music of the spheres, creating a symphony of celestial harmony. Dream, Queen of the Nile, they whisper, their words echoing the rhythm of the stars. Their voices weave a tapestry of peace and tranquility, enveloping her in their embrace and wrapping her in their gentle words. She feels their presence all around her, their love and acceptance washing over her, soothing her troubled soul. And as the music swells, carrying her higher and higher, she knows that she is safe in the arms of the cosmos. The stars hold her spirit, cradling it in their eternal light, and she surrenders to their embrace, feeling their love and wisdom envelop her whole. Then, as she drifts deeper into the cosmic sea, the stars begin to fade, replaced by a shimmering golden light that emanates from a temple in the distance. Its pillars glow with moonlight, beckoning her closer with silent grace. The boat glides slowly toward it, carried on currents of starlight, as Cleopatra feels a warmth rising within her, a sense of peace and belonging. The temple doors open as if waiting for her, revealing a glimpse of the wonders that lie within. And as she steps inside, the golden light envelops her, bathing her in its warmth and radiance. The air hums with timeless songs, resonating deep within her soul. With every step she takes, flowing light dances around her feet, leaving trails of stardust in her wake. She moves forward, drawn by the temple's silent call, her heart filled with a sense of homecoming. And as she reaches the center of the temple, a throne of pure white marble awaits her, glowing warmly, inviting her to rest. Cleopatra sits upon the throne, feeling its gentle embrace surrounding her with peace and tranquility. A crown of starlight rests upon her head, anchoring her to the moment, connecting her to the infinite wisdom of the cosmos. The gods bow their heads before her, acknowledging her journey and celebrating her arrival. The temple fills with soft, golden rain, each drop falling like a blessing of peace and serenity. Cleopatra breathes deeply, feeling the warmth of the light envelop her whole, grounding her to the present moment. Her soul glows brighter than the stars, radiating a celestial radiance that illuminates the darkness. She surrenders to the light, letting go of all that weighs her down, allowing her spirit to soar. As the dream carries her deeper into rest, the temple begins to fade, dissolving into a sea of sparkling stars. The river sinks softly in the distance, a lullaby from another age, while the pyramids shine brightly, timeless sentinels in the eternal night. The desert breathes quietly all around, eternal and calm, whispering secrets of ages past. Cleopatra floats in golden silence, surrounded by the peace of the desert night. She feels safe, warm, and eternal, held in the embrace of the endless sky. And as the dream reaches its final moments, the gods gather close, their voices blending in a harmonious whisper. Sleep, beloved queen. In endless light, your journey ends here, your soul taking flight. Cleopatra drifts into peaceful slumber, her spirit carried by the wings of dreams, forever held by the Nile. Cleopatra dreamt. The dream carried her deeper into silence. She felt the warmth of starlight upon her face. The desert faded away, leaving only golden light. A gentle voice whispered from the heavens, "We are here, child of the Nile." The air grew softer, filled with calm. Isis appeared, her wings shimmering with silver light. Her presence felt like a mother's embrace, warm and comforting. She touched Cleopatra's hand with her wing, sending a jolt of warmth through her arm. "Rest, my daughter," Isis whispered. The Nile hummed softly in the distance. Osiris stepped forward, his face kind and calm. His eyes held the glow of eternal peace. "Welcome, O child of the Nile," he said gently. "You are among friends. Rest now. Life everlasting awaits. Peace belongs to you," he whispered, "forever." Cleopatra bowed her head, finding comfort in his light. Horus descended from the heavens, his wings spread wide. He circled above her, guarding her dream. His feathers shimmered like starlight, casting dancing shadows on the ground. "Fear not, little one," Horus said softly. "You are safe beneath my watch. Sleep now. Your guardians are here." Bastet came next, her steps silent, her tail held high. The sound of soft purring filled the air. As if summoned by her call, cats emerged from the darkness, gathering quietly at Cleopatra's feet. Their eyes glowed softly in the night, chasing away all shadows. "Sleep in comfort," Bastet whispered, nuzzling Cleopatra's hand. Together, the gods stood, watching over Cleopatra, calm and radiant. Their voices blended like a song of peace, weaving a blanket of calm around her. Golden light rained gently from above, each drop carrying blessings untold. Every ray of light caressed her skin, settling on her heart like a soft touch. Cleopatra breathed deeply, feeling lighter with each inhale. They seemed to shimmer with starlight, guiding her dream. Each pillar thrummed with blessings unspoken, their presence a comforting hum. Every sound echoed like a lullaby, urging her into peaceful rest. Cleopatra's soul rested gently in the soft glow, her spirit drifting higher. Isis spread her wings, framing the night sky like a celestial canopy. The night grew calmer beneath her embrace, stars twinkling in awe. Osiris raised his hand in blessing, his eyes filled with ancient wisdom. The air around him shimmered with golden warmth, enveloping Cleopatra in its glow. Horus watched silently, his gaze unwavering, a guardian eternal. Beside Cleopatra, Bastet curled into a ball, her purrs echoing softly. The stars twinkled above, brighter, closer, kinder than ever before. Cleopatra closed her eyes, drifting deeper into the dream, her breathing slowing. The gods surrounded her, their love and power mingling in a sacred dance. Their light became her blanket, wrapping her in warmth and peace. She felt weightless, safe, timeless. With each breath, she drifted deeper into the embrace of the night. Each heartbeat echoed like a drum in the vast temple, yet it soothed her, calming her racing mind. The night itself cradled her like a mother, holding her close in an eternal hush. The dream carried her into stillness, a silence that spoke volumes. The gods whispered one by one, their voices soft and clear. "Sleep, child of the Nile," Isis murmured, her voice like flowing water. "Dream, queen of the stars," Horus sang, his voice echoing with celestial power. "Rest, beloved of eternity," Osiris rumbled, his voice a grounding presence. Their words wove together like music, a harmonious symphony of peace. The sound flowed into Cleopatra, chasing away her worries and fears. Within her, a new sound arose, a heartbeat of pure energy. Her soul glowed brighter, calmer, softer than the desert moon. She drifted deeper, lighter, surrendering to the rhythm of the cosmos. The desert vanished, replaced by a sea of endless starlight. Only the gods remained, their forms radiant against the backdrop of the cosmos. Their light intertwined, creating an endless sky above her. Their voices faded into the golden wind, their presence a constant in her dream. Cleopatra floated gently, cradled in their blessing, feeling eternal, safe and free. The night itself sang her to sleep, a lullaby of stars and dreams. Then a golden lotus opened in the darkness, its petals unfurled, each one shimmering with otherworldly light. Cleopatra rested within its glow, enveloped in the fragrance of eternity. The gods watched over her in silence, their love radiating outwards. Time ceased to exist, leaving only this moment of perfect peace. The stars gathered close, shining softly, whispering secrets to the night. Hummed far away, its voice a constant, endless and calm. In the distance, the pyramids glowed faintly, sentinels of ages past, and the desert slept, hushed and still. The gods' blessing lingered, a sacred echo in the vast temple. Cleopatra breathed deeply, her breaths slow and steady, mirroring the eternal rhythm of the cosmos. With each exhale, tension ebbed away, replaced by a sense of weightlessness. Her spirit soared, carried by the gentle current of the dream. She was safe, calm, eternal, and in the heart of the dream, the gods wove their magic, carrying her into perfect rest. The blessings of the gods fade, ever so gently, into silence. Cleopatra feels herself drifting further into the calm. A new light appears before her, soft and golden, beckoning her closer. She follows, each step lighter than the last. The air grows thick with the fragrance of lotus flowers, a sweet, earthy scent that soothes the soul. As the path unfolds, a gate of light opens quietly before her, shimmering like a mirage in the desert night. Isis stands at the threshold, smiling gently, her eyes filled with kindness. "Welcome, my daughter," she whispers, her voice like the rustling of palm leaves in the evening breeze. "Come, rest in my eternal garden, where the river of stars flows and the sands of time hold no sway." Cleopatra walks forward, enveloped in a warmth that spreads through her like sunlight. The garden bursts into bloom before her, a kaleidoscope of colors that dance in the soft light. Silver lotuses, golden papyrus, blossoms of light, and trees laden with fruits of pure moonlight. Streams of silver water flow between emerald fields, their gentle music echoing the rhythm of the cosmos. Golden trees sway softly in the breeze, their leaves whispering secrets to the flowing fountains. Birds of light glide silently through the air, their wings leaving trails of stardust in their wake. Cleopatra breathes deeply, her heart lighter than it has been in many moons. The sky above glows with hues of rose and gold, a tapestry of stars beginning to peek through the fading light. No shadows lurk here, only peace. No darkness stains this realm, only the brilliance of 1,000 suns. She walks on, entranced by the magic that surrounds her. The fragrance of jasmine fills the night, mingling with the sweet scent of honeysuckle and the earthy aroma of wet sand. Lotus petals drift softly through the air, carried on the gentle breeze that whispers through the garden. The ground beneath her feet shines like crystal, smooth and cool to the touch, a welcome respite from the burning sands of the desert. She walks slowly, every step a song of peace, every breath a hymn of tranquility. Beside her, Isis moves with the grace of a queen, her steps soundless on the luminous ground. Here, no sorrow lingers, the goddess says, her voice a soothing balm to Cleopatra's weary soul. Here, only rest and joy remain. The past is but a whisper on the wind, the future an unwritten page. Only the present moment is real, and in this moment there is only peace. Cleopatra feels the tension draining from her shoulders, her muscles, her very bones. The garden's tranquility seeps into her, chasing away the darkness that has clung to her for so long. Its calm embraces her, enveloping her in its soothing arms. She looks up at the sky, where the Milky Way stretches like a river of stars. The Big Dipper hangs low, its dipper pouring blessings upon the garden below. The little dog, Constellation, with its bright star, Procyon, shimmers nearby, its light a beacon in the inky expanse. Cleopatra smiles, her eyes shining with newfound light. The garden hums softly, like a lullaby, its melody resonating in the chambers of her heart. Streams flow with waters of silver light, reflecting the stars like a million tiny mirrors scattered across the land. Cleopatra kneels beside one of these streams, cupping the water in her hands. It feels cool and refreshing, yet it glows with an inner light that seems to pulse with the rhythm of life. A cool calmness flows through her veins, chasing away the last vestiges of tension and sorrow. She looks up at Isis, gratitude and wonder in her eyes. The goddess returns her gaze with a tenderness that brings tears to Cleopatra's eyes. Isis offers her hand, palm up, and a single drop of water from the stream flows upwards, hovering between them like a glowing pearl. It pulses with a soft light, bathing them in its ethereal glow. Time seems to stand still as Cleopatra reaches out to touch it. As their fingers meet, a surge of energy flows through her, revitalizing her being. She feels both ancient and timeless, connected to something vast and eternal, yet also light and carefree, as if a heavy cloak has been lifted from her shoulders. Fields of golden wheat ripple in the breeze, swaying gracefully like dancers in the moonlight. Their stalks glow softly, endlessly, as far as the eye can see. Cleopatra runs her hand across them, feeling their warmth, their solidity, their life force thrumming beneath her fingertips. They remind her of days spent in the sun-drenched fields of her childhood, a simpler time before the burdens of power and the sting of betrayal. She closes her eyes, inhaling deeply, savoring the scent of sun-warmed grain and the sweet fragrance of ripening fruit. Blossoms open in every direction, roses of silver, lilies of gold, hyacinths of ivory, and blossoms of light. Each petal hums with eternal calm, a silent symphony of peace that resonates in the depths of her soul. She bends to smell them, their fragrance a heady mix of honey, spice, and fresh rain on parched earth. It is a scent that speaks of renewal, of rebirth, of hope rising from the ashes of despair. Gentle animals walk calmly in the garden, grazing on the luminous plants or lazing in the dappled shade. Lions lie peacefully under the golden trees, their powerful bodies relaxed and their eyes half closed in blissful tranquility. Birds sing softly in the branches, their sweet melodies mingling with the murmuring of the fountains and the gentle rustle of leaves. Butterflies of light drift through the air, their wings catching the sun's last rays and scattering them in 1,000 shimmering fragments. There is no harm here, no fear, only peace. She lies upon soft green grass, feeling the earth's cool touch against her skin, grounding her to this moment, anchoring her to this place. The garden wraps around her, sheltering her, embracing her, holding her as a mother holds her child. She closes her eyes, breathing calmly, letting go of the past, releasing the future into the hands of fate. The garden sings softly to her, its song a gentle lullaby that soothes her aching soul. Isis watches over her, kind and gentle, her presence a beacon of love and light in the gathering darkness. Slowly, ever so gently, the goddess spreads her wings wide. Their silver feathers catch the last rays of sunlight, scattering them across the garden in 1,000 tiny rainbows. A cool breeze flows, carrying calm everywhere it touches, whispering secrets of peace to the swaying trees and the rippling streams. And then the wings begin to wrap around her, encompassing her in their protective embrace, enveloping her in their soothing shade. She is safe here, cradled by the eternal garden, held in the loving arms of Isis. Time fades away here, measured only by the blooming of flowers and the changing of the stars above. The night sky glows with gentle stars, a canopy of twinkling light that seem to whisper stories of a time before memory and a time beyond forgetting. The song of the Nile drifts faintly in the distance, a constant reminder of the world left behind, yet never truly out of reach. Cleopatra feels herself drifting deeper into rest, her eyelids growing heavy, her breathing slowing to the pace of the eternal garden. Her soul glows softly with peace, a beacon in the gathering darkness, a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit. One final blessing falls from Isis's lips, a whisper of peace in the stillness of the night. This garden is yours forever. Here you will always find peace. Cleopatra smiles, her eyes closing slowly, surrendering to the embrace of the eternal garden. Her spirit soaring like a bird of light towards the infinite expanse of stars. And as the night deepens and the stars climb higher in the velvet sky, Cleopatra drifts into slumber. Her dreams as endless and as timeless as the garden that cradles her spirit. Once upon a time, in the land of ancient Egypt, there lived a beautiful queen named Cleopatra. She ruled over her people with wisdom and grace, but she also had a deep connection to the gods of Egypt. One night, as Cleopatra was sleeping in her royal palace, she had a dream. It was a dream that would take her on a magical journey through the night sky and deep into the hearts of the Egyptian gods. In her dream, Cleopatra felt herself being carried away from the familiar surroundings of her palace. She found herself floating amidst a sea of stars, with each twinkling light guiding her towards a brighter, more radiant realm. As she drifted further into the night sky, the desert beneath her slowly faded away, leaving only the golden light of the stars to illuminate her path. Suddenly, she heard a gentle voice whispering from the heavens. It was a voice that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once, yet it carried with it a sense of warmth and familiarity that made Cleopatra feel at ease. "We are here, child of the Nile." The voice echoed through the vast expanse of the night sky. "Come, rest your weary bones, and let our love embrace you." Cleopatra felt the air around her growing softer, as if the very fabric of the night sky was enveloping her in a warm embrace. As the golden light grew brighter, she saw a magnificent figure descending from the stars. It was Isis, the goddess of magic and healing, with wings that shimmered like silver in the moonlight. As Isis drew closer, Cleopatra felt a sense of peace wash over her, like the gentle touch of a mother's hand on her child's shoulder. Isis landed gracefully beside her, and for a moment they simply stood together in the silent expanse of the night sky, connected by an invisible bond of love and understanding. Then, Isis reached out and touched Cleopatra's hand with her wing. It was a gesture that conveyed 1,000 words of comfort and reassurance, letting Cleopatra know that she was safe and loved. "Rest, my daughter," Isis whispered, her voice like the softest lullaby. "Let go of your worries and fears, for you are in the presence of the divine. Here, there is only peace. In the distance, Cleopatra could hear the soft hum of the Nile River, like a lullaby that had been sung for centuries. It was a sound that brought back childhood memories when she would listen to the river's gentle song while gazing up at the stars. As Cleopatra closed her eyes, she felt herself being enveloped by the warmth of the night sky. When she opened them again, she found herself standing before a majestic figure with a kind and gentle face. It was Osiris, the god of the underworld and the afterlife, and he radiated a sense of calm and serenity that put Cleopatra at ease. His eyes, they held the wisdom of ages past and the secrets of the universe itself. Looking into them, Cleopatra felt a deep sense of peace wash over her, like a wave crashing on the shore, erasing all her troubles and worries. "Welcome, Cleopatra," Osiris said, his voice echoing with an eternal peace that seemed to resonate deep within her soul. "I have been expecting you." He spoke of life everlasting and the mysteries of the universe, his words weaving a tapestry of wisdom and insight that captivated Cleopatra's attention. She listened intently, feeling as though she were being guided through a labyrinth of ancient knowledge and hidden truths. Osiris shared with her the secrets of the afterlife, the mysteries of the cosmos, and the eternal cycle of death and rebirth. His teachings were both challenging and inspiring, urging Cleopatra to look beyond the limitations of her mortal existence and embrace the boundless possibilities that lay within her grasp. As Cleopatra absorbed his words, she felt a profound shift within her own beliefs and understanding of the world around her. She realized that death was not an ending, but merely a transition to a different form of existence. And she began to see the interconnectedness of all living things and the importance of living a life of purpose and meaning. With renewed clarity of purpose, Cleopatra bowed her head in reverence. "Peace belongs to you forever," Osiris said, his voice resonating with an otherworldly calm. And Cleopatra felt his words echoing within her own soul, promising a serenity that transcended the boundaries of life and death. As the dream continued, Cleopatra found herself ascending higher and higher into the night sky, where she encountered other members of the Egyptian pantheon, each offering their own unique blessings and teachings. Horus, the sky god, whose wings spread wide, protecting her with his divine power. Bastet, the cat goddess, who curled up beside her, her soft purring filling her with warmth and comfort. And finally, Anubis, the jackal-headed god of the dead, who led her through the underworld with unwavering guidance. With the blessings of the Egyptian gods upon her, Cleopatra felt a deep sense of gratitude and wonder fill her heart. She realized that she was truly in a sacred space, a realm where the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds was thinnest, and the divine presence was all-encompassing. As the dream began to fade, Cleopatra knew that she was being returned to her physical form. But she carried with her the peace, love, and wisdom she had experienced in her dream. From that day forward, Cleopatra's perspective on life was forever changed. She continued to rule over her people with wisdom and grace. But now, she also had a deeper connection to the divine and a greater understanding of the mysteries of the universe. And so, the tale of Cleopatra's dream became a legend passed down through generations of Egyptians, reminding them of the blessings of the gods and the possibility of finding peace even in the darkest of times. The Book of Dreams fades gently into starlight, its pages whispering secrets on the wind. Her senses drift, carried away on the scent of night-blooming flowers. Below her, the Nile murmurs softly, its ancient voice a lullaby to the dreaming world. Isis, the great goddess of magic, beckons to her with a graceful sweep of her wing. "Come, O Queen," she whispers, pointing toward the shining river. It is the river of eternity. Your dreams await within its waters. With hesitant steps, Cleopatra descends to the bank and gazes into the river's depths. Its surface shimmers with 1,000 stars, each reflecting the light of a dream. A golden boat awaits, its sails billowing silently in the starlit night. As she steps aboard, its polished sides glow with an otherworldly light. No oars will move this vessel, for it is driven by the silence between the stars. Suddenly, the Nile rises up before her, its waters surging with silver and blue light. From its depths, a melody arises, the song of 1,000 years. Stars reflect perfectly upon its waters, tracing patterns of silver across the inky canvas above. Night sky and river seem to become one, a swirling tapestry of dreams. Above, the moon hangs heavy with light, its soft glow falling like liquid silver upon the waves. A gentle song rises from the water, echoing the rhythm of the universe. It sounds like thousands of soft voices singing in unison, each note a whispered secret from the heart of the cosmos. Each sound weaves a spell, drawing Cleopatra deeper into the embrace of the eternal night. She closes her eyes to listen, her soul drinking in the celestial symphony. The song fills her heart with a calm that only the deepest dreams can bring. Every note lingers like a caress, washing over her in waves of peaceful sound. Each note feels like a blessing, a whisper of eternity. Tall papyrus reeds stand guard on either side, their feathery tops swaying gently in the breeze. The reeds bend low as if bowing to a queen, their rustling song adding to the river's gentle tune. Fireflies glow like golden sparks dancing above the water, weaving tiny constellations of their own. Cleopatra smiles, captivated by their silent, sparkling dance. The river widens before her, stretching out endlessly under a sky filled with stars. Its surface glows with a light that seems to come from within, reflecting a universe of dreams. Cleopatra gazes into the water, seeing visions that flow beneath the surface. She sees a field of golden wheat swaying in the breeze, a gentle reminder of life's simple pleasures. She sees children playing with laughter as light as the stars above, their joy echoing through the ages. Two lovers walking hand in hand along a moonlit path, their love story a timeless ballad whispered on the wind. The boat glides deeper into the night, moving silently through a world of stars and dreams. The moon shines brighter above, casting its silvery light upon the river's flow. Its light falls like silver silk upon the water, shimmering and dancing in a silent, graceful ballet. Wrapped in the moon's soft glow, Cleopatra feels a sense of comfort, a feeling of being cradled by the eternal night. Her heart beats slowly, each pulse a gentle reminder of life's precious rhythm. Suddenly, the river begins to glow brighter, its waters surging with celestial fire. On the distant shore, a great temple rises, its pillars shining like ivory in the moonlight. Golden lamps burn quietly at its entrance, offering a beacon of light in the inky darkness. With reverence, Cleopatra bows her head as the boat passes by. Before her, the temple stands silent, guarding secrets that have echoed through the ages. Through the open gates, she sees priests with arms raised high, their voices blending with the river's song. As the boat passes the temple gates, the sound of chanting drifts across the water, a solemn hymn to the stars above. The priests sing softly, their voices carrying on the wind, their every word a prayer to the eternal night. Cleopatra feels their blessing flow into her soul, a gift of peace and tranquility. The river narrows once again, winding its way through a world of dreams. On either side, lotus flowers glow with silver light, their petals unfurling like celestial fans. As the boat passes by, each flower opens, releasing a fragrance of peace that lingers on the breeze. A gentle breeze moves across the Nile, carrying the whispers of ancient kings. It dances through the reeds, rustling their feathery tops in a silent, graceful waltz. The wind whispers stories of pharaohs long gone, their voices carried on the current of time. Rest, O Cleopatra, they say. The river guards your dreams. She feels safe in their timeless embrace, enveloped by the eternal flow of the river of eternity. The boat slows gently, its pace matching the river's rhythm. Beneath it, the water glows brighter, reflecting a universe of dreams. In the distance, a bridge of light appears, beckoning her forward with its gentle glow. Stars gather above, forming a path of celestial fire that guides her way. Isis extends her wings, their tips brushing against the stars. With a final whisper of blessing, she envelops Cleopatra in their protective embrace. As the river unfolds before her, Cleopatra gazes at the endless horizon. It stretches out beyond time itself, a ribbon of silver against the backdrop of eternal night. She feels herself drifting into eternity, cradled by the river's endless flow. The water hums like a lullaby, its melody echoing the rhythm of the cosmos. Each ripple carries Cleopatra deeper into the realm of dreams, where the boundaries of time and space begin to blur. The night grows still and silent, the only sound her soft breath mingling with the river's gentle song. With a sigh of contentment, she leans back, resting comfortably on the boat. Above her, the stars sparkle softly, their twinkling light a celestial canopy guiding her into slumber. Her eyelids grow heavier with each passing moment, the weight of endless dreams pulling her closer to the river of eternity. The river of eternity glows brighter than ever, its waters shimmering with celestial fire. Its surface mirrors the starlight above, a liquid galaxy swirling beneath her gaze. Within its depths, a myriad of dreams take flight, carried on currents of infinite light. Cleopatra feels completely at home in this world of endless night, cradled by the river's eternal flow. The boat becomes light itself, a vessel of stardust sailing through the cosmic sea. It carries Cleopatra into the very heart of the stars, where dreams take form and wishes find their way. One last time, Isis whispers a blessing, her voice soft as starlight. You are safe in eternity's flow. Your dreams await, forever aglow. And with that final whisper, Cleopatra drifts into deeper slumber, her spirit soaring on the wings of night. The river hums its eternal song, a melody that echoes through the ages. Its currents carry Cleopatra deeper into the realm of dreams, where the boundaries of time and reality begin to fade. And so the dream continues, endless as the river of eternity itself. The river of eternity fades into soft mist, a mirror to the star-dusted sky above. Cleopatra, the last queen of ancient Egypt, steps gently onto the golden shore. The sand, fine as powdered gold, whispers beneath her feet. The night is quiet, filled with the soft music of crickets and the gentle murmur of the river. The only sound louder than the silence is the starlight. A full moon glows high above, its silver light shining like a crown in the velvet darkness. Cleopatra lifts her eyes to the heavens, drinking in the moonlight's ethereal glow. Its radiance bathes her in a timeless, ageless light. The moonlight wraps around her like silk, caressing her skin with its cool touch. She stands, bathed in the silvery light, feeling strangely calm, strangely eternal. The desert glows softly under the moon's enchanting spell, each dune sparkling with a celestial dust. Cleopatra walks slowly toward a marble terrace, its surface polished smooth by countless years of starlight. The terrace faces the open Nile, the river stretching out before her like a ribbon of liquid night. Moonlight dances upon the river's waves, creating a path of silver that never ends. Silver ripples drift endlessly into the night, carrying secrets on their glistening backs. The air is cool and gentle, caressing her skin as she leans against the cool marble. She closes her eyes and whispers prayers to the moon, her voice soft and melodic. Words like precious gems fall from her lips, each syllable resonating with an ancient power. The wind carries her words upward, where they dissolve into the vastness of the night. The stars twinkle brighter in reply, their distant light winking knowingly. The moon listens in patient silence, storing her words in its silvery light. She feels the goddess Selene near, bathing her in her sacred moonlight. The moonlight grows warmer around her, chasing away the chill of the desert night. A silver glow forms a halo above her head, a radiant nimbus of celestial fire. She smiles, knowing that the moon has heard her, knowing that she is not alone. The moonlight bathes her in its comforting glow, wrapping her in a celestial embrace. She leans into the warmth, whispering again, "Guide me into peace." The night answers with silence, a silence so profound it feels like eternity. The Nile below reflects the moon perfectly, creating an illusion of two moons, one above, one below. Cleopatra gazes into both worlds, her eyes shining with the reflected light. She thinks of nights like this during her reign, sitting by her palace balcony under the same watchful moon. Her people slept safely in her care, while the moon always stood guard above them, its light a silent promise of peace. The desert breeze brushes her hair, carrying with it the scent of 1,000 stars. She feels calm, timeless, eternal. Her heart beats in rhythm with the stars. Each beat is slower, softer, gentler. Like the moonlight, it echoes the eternal peace of the desert night. Sleep begins to reach for her, a gentle tide pulling her toward the shore of dreams. The moon glows brighter still, its silver light spilling over the pyramids in the distance, shimmering jewels in the night. The great stones seem to sigh in the stillness, sharing secrets with the glowing sky. The Sphinx rests nearby, its ancient paws tucked under its chin, dreaming dreams older than time. All of Egypt sleeps in moonlight's embrace, lulled by the rhythm of the eternal night. Cleopatra closes her eyes, surrendering to the night's sweet symphony. She feels the moon cradling her spirit, enveloping her in its silvery light. Its glow wraps her in safety, anchoring her to the timeless present. She breathes deeply, slowly, peacefully. Her chest rises and falls with the gentle rhythm of the night. Her soul drifts into deeper calm, carried on the wings of moonlight. The night sky grows vast around her, becoming a gateway to infinite peace. She imagines floating upward, leaving the earthly world behind. The stars open a silver pathway, beckoning her closer, calling her name. The moon calls her closer still, promising dreams of eternity. She walks into the light of dreams, where the desert meets the sky. Lotus flowers bloom along the Nile, their petals shining like fragments of moon. They open only for her tonight, sharing their ethereal fragrance. Their blossom opens wide, revealing the heart of the night. She inhales serenity with every breath, allowing it to fill her being. Above her, constellations form gentle shapes, guiding her toward the eternal night. A scorpion glows softly, not with danger, but with peace. Its stinger, a reminder of transformation. The goddess Hathor shines among the stars, her gentle light bathing the world in love. Ra's boat sails quietly across the sky, carrying the sun god home to rest. All heavens bow to the Queen of Moonlight, acknowledging her place among the stars. She sits upon the terrace steps, a queen without a kingdom, yet still bathed in glory. The moon rests upon her shoulders like a cloak, heavy with stardust and dreams. She feels as if she is part of the night itself, her spirit entwined with the eternal flow. Her thoughts, once clouded by cares, now grow lighter, floating on moonbeams. In the distance, the Nile whispers gently, singing an ancient song of peace. Sleep, Queen, it seems to say. The night will watch over you. She listens and smiles, her lips curving into a peaceful arc. She allows herself to surrender to the night, to the endless expanse of silver light. The moon grows softer, like a lullaby whispered at the edge of time. Its glow dims into a silver haze, blurring the edges of the world. Cleopatra drifts deeper into dreams, carried on a cloud of moonlight. And so the Queen of Moonlight sleeps, her face turned toward the eternal stars. The river of eternity fades into soft mist, a mirror to the star-dusted sky above. Cleopatra, the last queen of ancient Egypt, steps gently onto the golden shore. The sand, fine as powdered gold, whispers beneath her feet. The night is quiet, filled with the soft music of crickets and the gentle murmur of the river. The only sound, louder than the silence, is the starlight. A full moon glows high above, its silver light shining like a crown in the velvet darkness. Cleopatra lifts her eyes to the heavens, drinking in the moonlight's ethereal glow. Its radiance bathes her in a timeless, ageless light. The moonlight wraps around her like silk, caressing her skin with its cool touch. She stands, bathed in the silvery light, feeling strangely calm, strangely eternal. The desert glows softly under the moon's enchanting spell, each dune sparkling with a celestial dust. Cleopatra walks slowly toward a marble terrace, its surface polished smooth by countless years of starlight. The terrace faces the open Nile, the river stretching out before her like a ribbon of liquid night. Moonlight dances upon the river's waves, creating a path of silver that never ends. Silver ripples drift endlessly into the night, carrying secrets on their glistening backs. The air is cool and gentle, caressing her skin as she leans against the cool marble. She closes her eyes and whispers prayers to the moon, her voice soft and melodic. Words like precious gems fall from her lips, each syllable resonating with an ancient power. The wind carries her words upward, where they dissolve into the vastness of the night. The stars twinkle brighter in reply, their distant light winking knowingly. The moon listens in patient silence, storing her words in its silvery light. She feels the goddess Selene near, bathing her in her sacred moonlight. The moonlight grows warmer around her, chasing away the chill of the desert night. A silver glow forms a halo above her head, a radiant nimbus of celestial fire. She smiles, knowing that the moon has heard her, knowing that she is not alone. The moonlight bathes her in its comforting glow, wrapping her in a celestial embrace. She leans into the warmth, whispering again, "Guide me into peace." The night answers with silence, a silence so profound it feels like eternity. The Nile below reflects the moon perfectly, creating an illusion of two moons, one above, one below. Cleopatra gazes into both worlds, her eyes shining with the reflected light. She thinks of nights like this during her reign, sitting by her palace balcony under the same watchful moon. Her people slept safely in her care, while the moon always stood guard above them, its light a silent promise of peace. The desert breeze brushes her hair, carrying with it the scent of 1,000 stars. She feels calm, timeless, eternal. Her heart beats in rhythm with the stars. Each beat is slower, softer, gentler. Like the moonlight, it echoes the eternal peace of the desert night. Sleep begins to reach for her, a gentle tide pulling her toward the shore of dreams. The moon glows brighter still, its silver light spilling over the pyramids in the distance, shimmering jewels in the night. The great stones seem to sigh in the stillness, sharing secrets with the glowing sky. The Sphinx rests nearby, its ancient paws tucked under its chin, dreaming dreams older than time. All of Egypt sleeps in moonlight's embrace, lulled by the rhythm of the eternal night. Cleopatra closes her eyes, surrendering to the night's sweet symphony. She feels the moon cradling her spirit, enveloping her in its silvery light. Its glow wraps her in safety, anchoring her to the timeless present. She breathes deeply, slowly, peacefully. Her chest rises and falls with the gentle rhythm of the night. Her soul drifts into deeper calm, carried on the wings of moonlight. The night sky grows vast around her, becoming a gateway to infinite peace. She imagines floating upward, leaving the earthly world behind. The stars open a silver pathway, beckoning her closer, calling her name. The moon calls her closer still, promising dreams of eternity. She walks into the light of dreams, where the desert meets the sky. Lotus flowers bloom along the Nile, their petals shining like fragments of moon. They open only for her tonight, sharing their ethereal fragrance. Their blossom opens wide, revealing the heart of the night. She inhales serenity with every breath, allowing it to fill her being. Above her, constellations form gentle shapes, guiding her toward the eternal night. A scorpion glows softly, not with danger, but with peace. Its stinger, a reminder of transformation. The goddess Hathor shines among the stars, her gentle light bathing the world in love. Ra's boat sails quietly across the sky, carrying the sun god home to rest. All heavens bow to the Queen of Moonlight, acknowledging her place among the stars. She sits upon the terrace steps, a queen without a kingdom, yet still bathed in glory. The moon rests upon her shoulders like a cloak, heavy with stardust and dreams. She feels as if she is part of the night itself, her spirit entwined with the eternal flow. Her thoughts, once clouded by cares, now grow lighter, floating on moonbeams. In the distance, the Nile whispers gently, singing an ancient song of peace. Sleep, queen, it seems to say. The night will watch over you. She listens and smiles, her lips curving into a peaceful arc. She allows herself to surrender to the night, to the endless expanse of silver light. The moon grows softer, like a lullaby whispered at the edge of time. Its glow dims into a silver haze, blurring the edges of the world. Cleopatra drifts deeper into dreams, carried on a cloud of moonlight. And so the Queen of Moonlight sleeps, her face turned toward the eternal stars. In the time of pharaohs, when the sacred cat faded into the soft golden light of dusk, one queen walked alone. She felt herself carried forward by the night, her senses wrapped in its peaceful embrace. Beside her, the Nile glimmers gently, reflecting the starlight scattered across its waters. Ahead, the desert opened into a wide plain, stretching as far as her eyes could see. And then, in the distance, rising from the dunes like a beacon, a golden temple shimmered under the watchful gaze of the moon. Drawn by an unseen force, Cleopatra quickened her pace, her steps lighter than air. As she drew nearer, the temple loomed larger, its tall pillars shining against the velvet night sky. At the entrance, lamps glowed warmly, casting dancing shadows on the ground. From within, the soft murmur of voices drifted out, singing softly to the stars. Feeling a sense of wonder, Cleopatra stepped inside. The air grew quiet, filled with the sweet scent of incense and the sound of quiet hymns. As she ventured deeper into the temple, the walls seemed to come alive with dreams, their surfaces shimmering with images of the cosmos. Each step she took felt light as air, as if gravity had lessened its hold on her. The sand beneath her glowed faintly, mirroring the starlight above. A soft breeze caressed her skin, carrying the hymn's sound like a whispered secret. She felt calm, safe, timeless, her worries and cares fading into the vast expanse of the night. Suddenly, emerging from the shadows, priests appeared in white robes, their presence radiating tranquility. They held lotus flowers that glowed silver in the lamplight, their gentle smiles lighting up their faces. They bowed to her as she passed, their eyes shining with kindness and understanding. Cleopatra felt welcomed, embraced by the temple's peaceful aura. As she moved further into the sanctuary, the golden light seemed to intensify, bathing everything in its warm glow. Each step led her deeper into the heart of the temple, where the walls were adorned with intricate carvings of gods and goddesses. Then she came to a halt before the great hall of the temple. The ceiling sparkled above her, painted with tiny stars that twinkled just like the ones in the real night sky. Torches flickered along the walls, their glow reflected in the polished golden surfaces that shimmered around her. Everywhere she looked, Cleopatra saw wonders that made her heart soar. The scent of incense filled the air, mingling with the sweet aroma of myrrh and lotus. The hymn continued, its melody resonating through the vast hall, vibrating through her body like a gentle heartbeat. With each passing moment, she felt her breath matching its rhythm, sinking deeper into the tranquil melody. As the notes swelled and faded, she felt herself melting into the plush carpet beneath her feet, surrendering to the timeless embrace of the temple. In the center of the hall, an altar glowed with a soft, ethereal light. Upon it rested a crystal bowl filled with water that rippled gently, its surface reflecting the face of the moon above. Gazing into its depths, Cleopatra saw not just her own image, but glimpses of 1,000 dreams, each more enchanting than the last. She saw a field of wheat swaying in the wind, a garden overflowing with flowers and flowing rivers, children laughing under the warm sun, lovers holding hands by the Nile, and pharaohs riding through the desert on the backs of griffins. Her heart filled with warmth as she realized these were not just dreams, but memories of moments that had been, would be, or could be. The priests raised their voices, their song echoing through the great hall, mingling with the scent of incense and the whisper of the water. The walls shimmered with golden light, their surfaces adorned with symbols of stars and moons that danced before her eyes. Cleopatra closed her eyes, surrendering to the symphony of sensations that enveloped her. She felt as if she were floating in a sea of starlight, cradled by the eternal wisdom of the cosmos. The hymn became a lullaby, soothing her body into rest, her thoughts growing lighter and softer with each passing moment. As the melody swelled, dreams began to drift closer, whispering secrets on the wind. Suddenly, Bastid's cats appeared once again, their eyes gleaming like golden coins in the lamplight. They lay quietly at the altar's base, their presence a comforting purr in the vast stillness. Their eyes shimmered with ancient wisdom, their forms radiating an otherworldly grace that had captivated her since childhood. With a soft smile gracing her lips, Cleopatra basked in their silent company, finding solace in their serene gaze. And here, in the heart of the Temple of Dreams, surrounded by the gentle glow of eternal light, her spirit found peace. The temple doors, adorned with intricate carvings of gods and goddesses, closed gently behind her, sealing away the outside world and its distractions. Only the echo of the hymn and the soft glow of the eternal flame remained. Time itself seemed to slow to a gentle pause, allowing her to exist in the timeless embrace of the present moment. Wrapped in the warmth of the temple's embrace, she felt an overwhelming sense of safety, as if no harm could ever reach her within these hallowed walls. A priest approached her, his footsteps silent on the polished stone floor. His voice, deep and soothing, echoed the rhythm of the eternal flame, blending seamlessly with the temple's timeless melody. "Here, all dreams are born," he said, his words a gentle caress on her soul. Cleopatra lowered her head in reverence, her eyelids growing heavy as the altar's water glowed brighter, its ripples forming gentle patterns that danced before her eyes. These patterns, imbued with the essence of moonlight and stardust, spread through the hall like whispers of light, wrapping her in their radiant embrace. Taking a slow, peaceful breath, she allowed herself to be enveloped by their ethereal glow, surrendering to the comforting silence that resonated within the temple's heart. As the hymn faded into silence, the priests bowed their heads in unison, stepping back to reveal the golden altar shining brightly in the soft, ethereal light. Cleopatra felt her eyelids growing heavier, a blissful smile gracing her lips. The temple, with its grandeur and serenity, had become a cradle of dreams, enveloping her in a timeless slumber. Gently, she lowered herself onto a nearby marble bed, its surface cool and smooth beneath her touch. Golden lotus flowers, their petals shimmering with celestial dew, bloomed around her, their fragrance filling her senses with tranquility. As their delicate petals closed, they formed a soft, comforting nest, cradling her body in their gentle embrace. And so Cleopatra, the queen of the Nile, drifted into a deep, timeless rest, enveloped by the soft embrace of the Temple of Dreams. The great temple of Ra fades into a golden mist. Above it, the sky is filled with stars that twinkle like diamonds. High above, Cleopatra feels herself rising higher and higher. She steps into a realm where the night sky begins to glow with the promise of dawn. Before her, the stars drift gently below her feet. Far off, the darkness fades to reveal a golden boat upon the endless expanse of the night sky. Its sails shimmer like the morning sun, beckoning her closer. As Cleopatra approaches, the oars glow with a soft, inviting light. And at the helm, bathed in radiant gold, stands Ra, the eternal sun god. His eyes shine with a warm, welcoming light, and he gestures for her to step aboard. Slowly, she enters the boat, feeling its deck soft beneath her feet. All around her, the sky stretches endlessly, a vast canvas of twinkling stars. Clouds drift by like pillows, each one softer than the last. A gentle wind brushes past her, carrying the sweet scent of lotus blossoms. The sunboat dips and sways gently, moving across the heavens like a golden leaf upon a stream. And then it begins to move, gliding effortlessly across a river of light. Below her, the stars twinkle like fallen diamonds. On the horizon, the darkness lifts to reveal the soft glow of approaching dawn. And as Cleopatra watches, her spirit seems to float, carried aloft on a wave of peace. Above her, the sky deepens from sapphire to velvet, adorned with countless stars. Yet even in the darkest depths of night, she feels no fear, only a sense of wonder and awe. For here, in the realm of Ra, all is well. Beside her, the sun god speaks, his voice echoing with power and gentleness. Child of Egypt, rest within my light. His words feel like sunlight on skin, warming her heart with an unearthly fire. They settle into a timeless peace as the boat moves through a sea of clouds. Each one glows with a soft, ethereal silver light, and all around them, birds of gold fly slowly, beating their wings in perfect harmony. Below, the world is lost in slumber, yet here, in the endless sky, it is always dawn. As they glide along, the oars dip into the golden current of the Milky Way. Each stroke creates ripples of light that spread out across the heavens, looking like soft golden waves crashing on a shore of stars. And as Cleopatra watches, her mind grows still, her thoughts fading into the vast expanse of the night. Above, the constellations pass by like silent sentinels guarding the path of Ra's sunboat. And high above them, the figures of gods and goddesses shine with otherworldly light. Cleopatra sees Isis, her wings spread wide across the sky, and beside her, Horus, the falcon god, watches with eyes of gentle wisdom. They seem to bless Cleopatra with their presence as the sky shimmers around them. Timeless and eternal, the horizon softens, the darkness lifting to reveal the first hints of dawn. A soft pink glow seeps into the endless blue, heralding the arrival of a new day. Below, the world stirs, awakening to greet the sun. And as the stars bow and fade away, the golden river shines brighter than ever. In their wake, the first rays of sunlight touch the pyramids, setting them aglow with golden light. The Nile sparkles below, reflecting the glory of the heavens. Yet, even as the world awakens, it does so in silence. For here, in the realm of Ra, all is hushed and still. And Cleopatra breathes deeply, feeling her worries and cares drift away. As Ra raises his hand toward the rising sun, a sphere of light begins to emerge. Its glow spreads warmth and peace to every corner of the boat. And as they move forward, it becomes clear that this is no ordinary light, but the very essence of Ra himself, pouring forth his boundless energy to nourish all who dwell beneath the sky. Below, the world stirs awake, unaware of the celestial wonders unfolding above. Fields and forests, mountains and valleys, all basking in the silent glow of the rising sun. And Cleopatra feels as though she is part of something vast and eternal, a being of light and air, unbound by the limitations of time and space. She leans on the side of the boat, feeling the wind brush her face gently, whispering tales of distant lands and forgotten gods. Closing her eyes, she surrenders to the moment, letting the gentle rocking of the boat lull her into a state of tranquil peace. All around her, the golden birds circle, their songs soft and soothing. Each note melts into the next, creating a celestial lullaby that echoes through the heavens. And as The hours pass. Her heart beats slower, fading into the rhythm of the oars dipping into the endless current. And then Ra speaks again, his voice a soft caress upon her soul. Sleep now, child of Egypt, for your journey is at an end. His words echo like soft thunder, rumbling through the vast expanse of the sky. And as she listens, her eyelids grow heavy, her dreams drifting toward the warm embrace of the eternal sun. The boat becomes a cradle of starlight, cradling her spirit as it journeys through the endless expanse of the heavens. The golden river flows endlessly before them, guiding them toward the warmth and light of the dawning day. And Ra steers with an air of steady calm, his eyes fixed on the horizon where the sun will rise. Time itself seems to pause, suspended in the timeless realm of the eternal sun. And Cleopatra sinks into a deep and timeless rest. High above, the first light of dawn glows stronger, spilling over the desert below. The towering pyramids catch the golden rays, reflecting their ancient glory in the soft, warm hues of sunrise. The Nile sparkles like a ribbon of molten gold beneath a sky of endless blue. And as the world awakens to greet the day, it does so in hushed reverence, paying homage to the eternal cycle of night and day. Below, the world begins to stir, awakening to the promise of a new day. And Cleopatra lies upon the deck of the sunboat, her breathing soft, steady, and calm, her spirit cradled by the golden boat as it glides effortlessly across the endless expanse of the sky. Around her, the stars fade, their twinkling light replaced by the soft glow of approaching dawn. The sunboat moves ever forward, guided by the steady hand of Ra, the eternal sun god. Dreams hold her safe as the sun rises, bringing warmth and life to the world below. And in the timeless realm of the eternal sun, all is well. And then there was silence. Only the golden boat and the setting sun remained. Then the clouds parted above them, as if the sky itself was clearing away to reveal something hidden for so long. And when the clouds pulled back, they saw it, a great temple made of silver moonlight and shining stars. As their boat drifted closer, they saw that it wasn't just any ordinary temple. For at its entrance stood a great ibis, its feathers gleaming like polished gold, patiently waiting for their arrival. And when Cleopatra stepped out onto the marble path, the great bird bowed its head slightly, as if in greeting. Then it spoke in a voice as soft as the desert wind. "Welcome, child of Ra. Here lies the wisdom of dreams." Cleopatra felt a calmness wash over her. As she approached the temple, the air grew still and heavy with the scent of lotus and cinnamon. It was as if the very essence of eternity had been distilled into this one moment. When she reached out to touch the cool marble of the temple doors, they swung inward silently, inviting her inside. And what she saw took her breath away. Before her lay an endless library, filled with more scrolls than could ever be counted. Some floated gently in the air, while others lay stacked in orderly rows, each one glowing with a soft blue and gold light. It was as if the stars themselves had come down to rest in this place, and the silence was profound, broken only by the gentle rustling of papyrus. She walked deeper into the library, and as she passed the rows of scrolls, they hummed quietly, each one vibrating with ancient energy. But there was no sound of pages turning or ink scratching across parchment. All was still and silent, yet alive with a quiet energy that seemed to thrum in time with her own heartbeat. And then she saw him. In the center of the library, bathed in the softest light, sat Thoth, the ibis-headed god of wisdom. His eyes glowed with an otherworldly wisdom, and he held a staff topped with a radiant orb that pulsed with gentle light. He looked up as she approached, and a smile touched his lips. There was something about his gaze that was both otherworldly and kind, as if he held the secrets of the universe and yet had time for a curious mortal. Cleopatra bowed her head in respect, and for a moment, the only sound was the gentle hum of the scrolls and the soft beating of her own heart. Then, after what felt like an eternity, but was likely only a few moments, he raised his hand slowly, and a single scroll floated toward her, held out, palm up, offering her something precious and untold. As it came closer, she saw that its surface shone like the Nile at dawn, smooth and polished to a mirror finish. On it, strange symbols moved and shifted like ripples in a pond, and it seemed to thrum with a gentle energy. She reached out and touched it, and the moment her fingers made contact, she felt a warmth spread through her chest, as if the scroll itself was beating with life. Ka. Thoth's voice echoed in her mind, deep yet soothing, like the rumble of distant thunder. This is the book of dreams, child of Ra. Within it lies every dream of humankind. His words hung in the air as she opened the scroll slowly, and as it unfolded, a golden light surrounded her, bathing her in its warm glow. She looked up and saw images like nothing she had ever seen before. Rivers of starlight flowed across the heavens, and pyramids floated above the clouds like islands in the sky. Children laughed and played among fields of giant lotus blossoms, and pharaohs rested in tombs that glowed with eternal calm. And through it all, she heard the murmur of voices, soft and sweet, like the song of a mother to her child. Each vision flowed into the next, a silent film strip of humanity's hopes, fears, and dreams. Then she saw herself walking in gardens of peace, her steps light and carefree. She saw herself lying on soft sand, watching the stars wheel across the night sky. And then she heard the song of the gentle priests, their voices weaving tales of courage and hope that lifted her spirit and set her soul aflame. Their words carried blessings of sleep, chasing away nightmares and banishing fear, promising sweet dreams until the morning light. The scroll glowed brighter, and Thoth spoke again, his voice softer than the falling dusk. Every dream is kept safe here, every hope, every fear, every whispered wish upon the wind. His staff shone brighter with light, and he raised it toward the ceiling where the constellations swirled and danced. Every night the stars gather in council, and the dreams of mortals are their constant care. Tonight, your dream will also join the tapestry of stars. Cleopatra felt her heart at ease. The weight of her worries lifted as she surrendered to the wisdom of the cosmos. The library walls shimmered with stars, and the ceiling showed constellations moving across the heavens, each one holding a dream within its heart. She felt as though she were being embraced by the very fabric of eternity, cradled by the wisdom of ages past. Around her, the air vibrated with a quiet harmony that resonated with the deepest chambers of her soul. And she knew in that moment that she was truly home. She walked deeper into the library, and as the scrolls brushed against her arms, they whispered softly, their voices like gentle lullabies that had been sung since the dawn of time. Her steps echoed in a vast space, each footfall a soft drumbeat in the grand symphony of the cosmos. And she felt time slowing around her, becoming fluid and elastic like the sands slipping through an hourglass. Thoth followed with quiet dignity, his gaze steady and wise, his presence a beacon of calm in the swirling chaos of existence. As they walked, she saw that the shadows of the bookshelves danced in strange patterns on the ground, and the faint glow of the scrolls seemed to intensify as if sensing her presence. He stopped before a small alcove, and from the shadows he pulled another scroll, its edges glowing with emerald light. When he offered it to her, she saw that it was empty, yet it felt strangely warm in her hands, as if it were waiting to be filled. She looked up at him questioningly, and he smiled, his eyes twinkling with amusement. This, child of Ra, is the story of your own soul, the tale of your dreams and aspirations, your joys and sorrows, your triumphs and defeats. With gentle guidance, she began to write, and as she did, the symbols flowed from her hand, forming words and sentences that seemed to have been written by another. And as she wrote, she felt a sense of peace settle over her, a feeling that she had been exactly where she was meant to be all along. Finally, when her hand was cramped and her wrist ached, she looked up to see Thoth watching her with a soft smile. on his face. He dipped his head in a slight bow. "Your dream is eternal now, little one. Go in peace." And as she watched him disappear into the shadows, she realized that the silence of wisdom was the loudest sound of all. The scrolls drifted gently back to their places, and the air grew still once more, heavy with the scent of lotus and cinnamon. The great ibis circled above her head one last time before disappearing into the clouds. And as she lay down on a nearby bench, the glow of the scrolls became her blanket and the stars her only company. She closed her eyes and felt the warmth of the sun on her skin as she drifted into the deepest dream of all. For in the eternal library of Thoth, dreams were not just stories, they were memories, hopes, and the very essence of what it meant to be alive. And then there was silence. Only the golden boat and the setting sun remained. Then the clouds parted above them, as if the sky itself was clearing away to reveal something hidden for so long. And when the clouds pulled back, they saw it, a great temple made of silver moonlight and shining stars. As their boat drifted closer, they saw that it wasn't just any ordinary temple. For at its entrance stood a great ibis, its feathers gleaming like polished gold, patiently waiting for their arrival. And when Cleopatra stepped out onto the marble path, the great bird bowed its head slightly, as if in greeting. Then it spoke in a voice as soft as the desert wind. "Welcome, child of Ra. Here lies the wisdom of dreams." Cleopatra felt a calmness wash over her. As she approached the temple, the air grew still and heavy with the scent of lotus and cinnamon. It was as if the very essence of eternity had been distilled into this one moment. When she reached out to touch the cool marble of the temple doors, they swung inward silently, inviting her inside. And what she saw took her breath away. Before her lay an endless library, filled with more scrolls than could ever be counted. Some floated gently in the air, while others lay stacked in orderly rows, each one glowing with a soft blue and gold light. It was as if the stars themselves had come down to rest in this place, and the silence was profound, broken only by the gentle rustling of papyrus. She walked deeper into the library, and as she passed the rows of scrolls, they hummed quietly, each one vibrating with ancient energy. But there was no sound of pages turning or ink scratching across parchment. All was still and silent, yet alive with a quiet energy that seemed to thrum in time with her own heartbeat. And then she saw him. In the center of the library, bathed in the softest light, sat Thoth, the ibis-headed god of wisdom. His eyes glowed with an otherworldly wisdom, and he held a staff topped with a radiant orb that pulsed with gentle light. He looked up as she approached, and a smile touched his lips. There was something about his gaze that was both otherworldly and kind, as if he held the secrets of the universe and yet had time for a curious mortal. Cleopatra bowed her head in respect, and for a moment, the only sound was the gentle hum of the scrolls and the soft beating of her own heart. Then, after what felt like an eternity, but was likely only a few moments, he raised his hand slowly, and a single scroll floated toward her, held out, palm up, offering her something precious and untold. As it came closer, she saw that its surface shone like the Nile at dawn, smooth and polished to a mirror finish. On it, strange symbols moved and shifted like ripples in a pond, and it seemed to thrum with a gentle energy. She reached out and touched it, and the moment her fingers made contact, she felt a warmth spread through her chest, as if the scroll itself was beating with life. Ka. Tha's voice echoed in her mind, deep yet soothing, like the rumble of distant thunder. This is the Book of Dreams, child of Ra. Within it lies every dream of humankind. His words hung in the air as she opened the scroll slowly, and as it unfolded, a golden light surrounded her, bathing her in its warm glow. She looked up and saw images like nothing she had ever seen before. Rivers of starlight flowed across the heavens, and pyramids floated above the clouds like islands in the sky. Children laughed and played among fields of giant lotus blossoms, and pharaohs rested in tombs that glowed with eternal calm. And through it all, she heard the murmur of voices, soft and sweet, like the song of a mother to her child. Each vision flowed into the next, a silent film strip of humanity's hopes, fears, and dreams. Then she saw herself walking in gardens of peace, her steps light and carefree. She saw herself lying on soft sand, watching the stars wheel across the night sky. And then she heard the song of the gentle priests, their voices weaving tales of courage and hope that lifted her spirit and set her soul aflame. Their words carried blessings of sleep, chasing away nightmares and banishing fear, promising sweet dreams until the morning light. The scroll glowed brighter, and Thoth spoke again, his voice softer than the falling dusk. Every dream is kept safe here, every hope, every fear, every whispered wish upon the wind. His staff shone brighter with light, and he raised it toward the ceiling where the constellations swirled and danced. Every night, the stars gather in council, and the dreams of mortals are their constant care. Tonight, your dream will also join the tapestry of stars. Cleopatra felt her heart at ease. The weight of her worries lifted as she surrendered to the wisdom of the cosmos. The library walls shimmered with stars, and the ceiling showed constellations moving across the heavens, each one holding a dream within its heart. She felt as though she were being embraced by the very fabric of eternity, cradled by the wisdom of ages past. Around her, the air vibrated with a quiet harmony that resonated with the deepest chambers of her soul. And she knew in that moment that she was truly home. She walked deeper into the library, and as the scrolls brushed against her arms, they whispered softly, their voices like gentle lullabies that had been sung since the dawn of time. Her steps echoed in a vast space, each footfall a soft drumbeat in the grand symphony of the cosmos. And she felt time slowing around her, becoming fluid and elastic like the sands slipping through an hourglass. Thoth followed with quiet dignity, his gaze steady and wise, his presence a beacon of calm in the swirling chaos of existence. As they walked, she saw that the shadows of the bookshelves danced in strange patterns on the ground, and the faint glow of the scrolls seemed to intensify as if sensing her presence. He stopped before a small alcove, and from the shadows he pulled another scroll, its edges glowing with emerald light. When he offered it to her, she saw that it was empty, yet it felt strangely warm in her hands, as if it were waiting to be filled. She looked up at him questioningly, and he smiled, his eyes twinkling with amusement. This, child of Ra, is the story of your own soul, the tale of your dreams and aspirations, your joys and sorrows, your triumphs and defeats. With gentle guidance, she began to write, and as she did, the symbols flowed from her hand, forming words and sentences that seemed to have been written by another. And as she wrote, she felt a sense of peace settle over her, a feeling that she had been exactly where she was meant to be all along. Finally, when her hand was cramped and her wrist ached, she looked up to see Thoth watching her with a soft smile on his face. He dipped his head in a slight bow. "Your dream is eternal now, little one. Go in peace." And as she watched him disappear into the shadows, she realized that the silence of wisdom was the loudest sound of all. The scrolls drifted gently back to their places, and the air grew still once more, heavy with the scent of lotus and cinnamon. The great ibis circled above her head one last time before disappearing into the clouds. And as she lay down on a nearby bench, the glow of the scrolls became her blanket and the stars her only company. She closed her eyes and felt the warmth of the sun on her skin as she drifted into the deepest dream of all. For in the eternal library of Thoth, dreams were not just stories, they were memories, hopes, and the very essence of what it meant to be alive. Cleopatra rests beneath a golden starlight. The Nile flows quietly beyond her dreams. In the distance, the pyramids glow faintly, their ancient presence a silent lullaby. The desert is wrapped in silver moonlight, a vast expanse of peace. High above, the gods watch silently from their heavenly arbors. Gentle winds move across the dunes, whispering songs of peace and calm. Cleopatra's heart beats slower and softer, a peaceful drum against the silence of the night. Her breath becomes steady and light, a gentle tide upon the shore. The world around her feels safe and timeless, a sanctuary where worries cease to be. A golden lotus blooms beside her, its petals shining like tiny stars. The petals drift upward into the velvet sky, carried on currents of air. They twirl and they soar. Higher and higher, they climb until they reach the constellations above, where the gods have placed them as eternal blooms among the stars. The night is a cradle of dreams, a blanket of stars, and the scent of the divine. Cleopatra smiles in her sleep, her spirit embraced by eternity. In the library of Thoth, the ibis guards fade into silence, their vigil ended, their duty done. The scrolls retreat, the bookshelves sigh, and the great hall echoes with the hush of 1,000 years. Only the Nile remains, whispering one final lullaby, a soft and gentle tune. The stars above seem to pause and listen, and the moonbeams dance to the rhythm of the flowing stream. And you, too, now drift into peaceful sleep, your eyelids growing heavy, your breath slowing down. The cares of the day melt away, leaving only tranquility and profound peace. Now, rest your head and close your eyes, surrendering to the embrace of a starlit night. In this timeless moment, worries and troubles cease to exist. You are enveloped in a warmth that radiates from the stars above and the ancient wisdom of the ages past. The rhythmic lull of the Nile carries you away, and the caress of the desert wind whispers secrets of eternity. Here, in this sacred space between dreams and reality, you find solace and serenity. As the cosmic dance of the planets unfolds above, you are cradled by the mysteries of the universe, feeling its profound beauty all around. Surrender to the rhythm of the cosmos, for you are part of its eternal melody.